Hello, this is Horrible Friends, our Xmas special. Horrible Holidays for all you horrible motherfuckers. Normally, I would do an intro where I would read off of a script and sound like a robot being held at gunpoint, but this time I decided to be a little more candid and just say whatever the hell. Today we're going to be talking about some Christmas classic horror films. I think for the most part they're all mostly horror, not like maybe horror. I'm pretty sure they're all classified as horror. I had mentioned in the little snippet video I made last week that I always found Christmas horror to be potentially very tacky, so I never really gave it much of a chance. Anyway, yeah, so welcome. You got myself, Brandy, and Robin, who is on video this time.
Hi. Yeah, I'm here. Sorry you have to look at me.
Oh, stop.
Um,
We both have Santa hats on, which is
the,
also excellent.
yes. I will say, every one of these movies is a great, like, Christmas horror movie. They are all the campiest fucking movie ever.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, they are. It is what it is.
It's
Um,
true. Which one do we want to talk about first?
I guess the first one I watched was Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Okay, yep. There's actually a remake of that in theaters right now. A friend of mine.
Is it in? Shit.
Yeah, I don't know how long it's playing. I didn't really look it up, but a friend of mine messaged me actually first thing this morning and was like, "I went and saw it and it was great." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And they said I
Dang.
should check
Yeah.
it out. I guess it's wild and way better than the original, which is not surprising.
I can imagine. It would have to be. It would really have
Yeah.
to be. I don't want to like. I don't want to throw too much shade on the original. The original was what it was. Like it was meant to be ridiculous. Yeah, ridiculous is a good way to describe it.
Extra.
Um, I mean, it was a little. I mean, I will say though that like when you open the beginning of that movie with that like weird, creepy children's song, you know what you're in for.
Mm-hmm. Very true. I actually didn't rewatch it recently, but I remember enough of it. My brother actually invited me over one night to watch some horror movies, and he was like, "Have you ever seen Silent Night, Deadly Night?" And I was like, "No." He's like,
Yeah.
"Okay, well, we have to watch number 1 and 2 back to back." And I was like, "Okay." He's like,
Oh
"It's gonna be
God.
great." And then he, excitedly watched me squirm through the second one because I didn't realize that it was just basically the first movie with a couple extra parts.
I can imagine. I can only imagine.
An entire
I don't.
recap.
I didn't even look up the second one. Yeah, of course it was.
Yeah.
What else are they gonna do? It was killer dude, crazy person dressed up as Killer Santa Claus. Although I will say I did like the version of Clint from Jaws that was in this movie, the old creepy grandpa.
Oh
That was
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And like yeah, like not
Everything was so ridiculous. Yeah.
yeah. Although they did, I will say great commentary on trauma. If I'm gonna be honest,
Yeah.
like all through the movie, not just the kid talking to his creepy grandpa, but the rest of it too.
Yeah, like in like how intense that guy is when he's acting through the whole movie. And then of course the classic line, which me and my brother say to each other all the time, it's garbage day. Which is,
That's true. I have to say, I was a big fan of the like when he first gets hired at that store, that like working man montage they did, where it's like just showing him doing a bunch of random jobs really well.
Yeah.
That was great.
I'm so good at this.
This movie kind of had everything. It had like a Rocky montage of him working, and then it had like the creepy Clint character, and then like Killer Santa. Oh, it was so great.
Yeah, I really should have done a rewatch recently because I think it's been like 4 years since I've seen it. But I do
Oh,
remember we all had a pretty good time watching it.
yeah, I imagine.
Yeah, so I guess I don't have as much to say about it as you would, which I feel like I'm maybe giving some disappointment here.
Well, I did
So
it. Yeah, I just watched it for this. I mean, this is my watching it too.
yeah,
No, my
fresh.
notes that I did are how it kind of like reminds me of other movies. Essentially, is what I wrote down a lot of. Like Sister Margaret, the good nun.
Yeah.
who shows up, and she kind of goes like exorcist, and like she becomes like the advocate for like she's the one who shows up at the store to like stop him and all
Oh
that
yeah.
stuff. Oh, and can we talk about that kid getting his head cut off out
Yeah.
of nowhere
What the
randomly
hell?
with the sled? That was amazing. That was perfect. Although there's no way. Although I do like that, like it showed. They made a point of showing the one kid down the hill, being like, where's my buddy? And then the sled comes down and his friend's head's cut off. There's no way he didn't see Santa jump out of those trees. Like what was it? 3 feet away?
Yeah, exactly.
There's no way.
It's funny you bring that up because did you end up watching Jack Frost?
It did, yeah.
Which I guess might as well slip into that one because that's one of the first scenes is the kid getting his head cut off by a
yeah.
sleigh. The dude's like, it was him. He's like, how could I have done it? I'm like 8. Like these kids are 16.
True. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I mean, I will say that the evil guy dying in Snowman Town is just a little too. I don't know. That's too on the nose for me. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie was over the top, and I would say, especially the beginning when like the uncle or the dad or the grandfather, I don't know, but he's like, oh, fine, I'll tell you a stupid fucking story. Here, I'll tell you about this horrible murderer who was like mutated and like,
yeah.
And
god.
Yeah, the scientist was right. You could tell they had a lot of fun writing it. And,
big time.
And dude that played Frost, or Jack Frost. Holy shit! And of course, his name was Jack Frost. The commentary in the beginning and all the like one-liners that he had and like what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, and dude was just trying to get laid, and then chick convinced him to break into like the police chief's house or something.
Yeah, of course. Oh god, I will say the peak '90s with the Ninja Turtle goo at the beginning.
Yeah, that was pretty
perfect.
Good. Just like blasts them and then
blasts.
Yeah, honestly, it's pretty good.
Oh man.
And why a snowman is like he, yes, I understand that he could materialize into like water-based forms, but like then he had a scarf and a carrot and all this other bullshit that he didn't need. It was just like he was like, I guess this is my thing.
This is my thing now. Listen, he's in Snowman. He's in Snowman Town. What else is he gonna do?
True.
Right.
He felt.
And again. By the way, just kids getting their head cut off. Again, this is not. This is what is this? Hereditary Christmas?
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing.
The weird some of the scenes were super intimate. Like, did the chief even?
Oh yeah.
Like, the shit he went through. I don't even know. It's hard to keep up with. It was.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it was pretty good. I gave it a rating. Let me take a look. Actually, I gave it like 2 stars or something, probably.
I think I'm gonna start rating all like these ones by like 0 out of 5 kids getting their heads cut off. That's gonna be my rating system, I think.
Yeah, this isn't a Christmas movie unless some kid gets decapitated. What the hell?
Some kid gets his head cut off.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So.
Oh, that brings up a new debate. Is Hereditary a Christmas movie? Hard to say.
Yeah, I mean, there is some decapitation.
Also, can we? I don't want to talk too much about it because, yeah, I don't want to talk too much about it. But like,
there's lots of decapitation in that.
The carrot in the bath scene was something.
Oh yeah, what the hell? And then she becomes part of the snowman.
What's that?
The snowman and the chick just trying to.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Oh my god, just so ridiculous. Honestly, it was really creative.
Part of the snowman, yeah.
Yeah. It was very creative. And at first I thought, okay, this has to be a Canadian movie because the production value, what the hell. And all the snow. But it was filmed in California and it's an American film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
the ice machines and what is it? There's some mountains there, I suppose.
They did do a good job of setting up the villain's evil, like that character was definitely gonna come back as an evil something.
Yeah.
Like no matter what. Like there's no way. They set that character up perfectly.
And he had great jokes. Like his jokes were
just
like terrible, terrible jokes, but they were great at the same time. Like he He nailed it every time he
Yeah, of
said something
course.
stupid. It was like, oh my
Yeah.
god, yeah, of course he said it right then.
Speaking of jokes, I gotta give it to, was it the sheriff or one of the cops who, like, when he did the bowling scene, 7 to 10 split? Yeah, it was it was definitely one of the cops because it was right before the hairdryer scene.
Oh. Oh yeah.
That's
Oh
fair.
yeah, I forgot about the fact that they're like, oh man, we need to fucking get
That's
as many
fair.
beauty supplies as possible.
And then all of that, the entire movie, to be at the end basically an antifreeze commercial, an antifreeze commercial.
I know. Oh, that's something I wanted to mention. Well, like the kid put antifreeze in his father's oatmeal. Like, doesn't that kill people? Isn't that
Yeah.
like super poisonous to consume?
What?
That's hilarious. He's like, I put antifreeze in it,
Hmm.
Dad, and it's like, what the
Yeah.
fuck, kid? I
Yeah.
made it extra special for you. And he was like, he felt bad that he didn't eat
I
it. He
know.
almost threw it out a couple
Yeah,
times.
no,
He's like, no, you
definitely.
made it special for me. And
That
it's
would
like,
definitely kill his dad. Yeah, 100%. I have not seen the sequel, but my headcanon is that kid's the bad guy of the sequel.
honestly.
That kid's definitely the bad guy in the sequel.
Yeah, that kid got really fucked up and traumatized, and then got dunked in. What didn't he get dunked into the antifreeze as well?
Right.
Oh yeah, he's totally gonna be fucked up for the. There's got to be a sequel eventually. Although that came out in what? Yeah, I gave it 2.5 stars, and it came out in 1997. So we're bound to get a sequel soon. I mean, that kid's in his 40s now.
Yeah.
All right, so as you can see, we had a bit of a problem with weather. Surprise, surprise, the wintertime, Christmas brings horrible, horrific storms of madness and snow. Even though it's like all the snow's melted now and it's sunny today. But we had to do a hiatus because all of our technology kept messing up and we couldn't get a good connection. So restart. However, it's great because now I'm not as sick as I was a couple days ago. So this
Sweet.
is fantastic. We were talking about Jack Frost, and I actually forgot. I'm going to do this right now. I forgot to look up the fact that it might have a sequel, but I don't believe it does.
Oh, it definitely does. Well, the weird thing about Jack Frost is that to find it, if you're looking it up on IMDb, there's a bunch of like non-horror Jack Frost movies too that always come up.
Oh yeah, the one
Yeah,
was
like
it
a million.
Kiefer Sutherland or something?
Yeah. There is a sequel to this one.
Oh
But,
yeah, the Jack Frost 2, and it looks like the same guy. Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman, released in 2000. Wow.
Yeah,
So that's
I see it. Yeah,
only 3 years later.
that's not bad.
Our
That's
bad.
not bad. I mean, still playing on playing on
Uh,
the tropes like that.
let's see. What's the synopsis here? Oh, it's just the same stuff.
Oh, okay. So it's like, all right. So it's Jack Frost goes on vacation. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
At least they haven't gotten to the in space part yet. That's
Yeah. In the hood
yeah, is where we are.
in prehistoric ages.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Paleo Jack Frost.
Jack Frost.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I guarantee that'll come. It'll be like an ice. Oh my god, it's like a horror ice age movie. That'd be
Yeah,
amazing.
there we go. Oh my god, that'd be so. There has to be something like that. I mean, there's definitely some horror Ice Age movies. It's just they're probably like the budget of like $20 or something.
Yeah, I'm sure
It's
there's.
done with,
I'm
like,
sure there's all kinds of weird
toy
like-
dinosaurs. Yeah,
Yeah. Sorry, my cat's butt's in the camera right now.
that's okay. Cat butts are welcome.
Yes.
I have a lizard, but it's not his butt, I guess.
No, that's fair.
Also, you can't see this, Robin, but I have a little surprise for the audience. So this is Skittles, and people don't know this about Skittles, but
Mhm.
he loves Christmas. Oh, he just
Yeah.
loves it when I put this hat on his head. See how happy he is? Yeah. It doesn't last long. He's already upset with me. It's a little Santa hat, and Deku used to love it, mainly because we would make such stupid noises when we would put it on him.
Yep.
Skittles,
Of
however,
course.
is like, what the fuck are you doing to me? Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
I did get a good picture of him, but he usually closes his eyes and then like moves his head back and forth. He's like, "Fuck this thing."
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, he's basically a co-host, so we should probably post some pictures of him on the Facebook.
Honestly, yeah, I will probably do that today. I'll put that up.
Mm.
Um, I think he wants down now. He's done with my
Yeah,
bullshit.
that's fair.
Um, yeah.
So since we're still in the realm of the chopped head, like the kids and the kids getting their heads cut off scale.
Yeah.
There's one more in here.
Behavior.
So the lowest, without being a 0, the lowest on the scale this time is probably Christmas Bloody Christmas. Because I count it as a 1.5 because a kid does get axed in the head, but the head stays on.
That's true.
And that's important. It's an important distinction.
True. Yeah. That movie, I have to say, like, I went in with low expectations.
I also left with low
expectations. Honestly, I wanted there to be a sequel so bad. It was the beginning of like.
It was a fun bad movie. Yeah.
Well, if you think about it, he's one of how many robot Santas? It's like a Santa Terminator apocalypse happening. And this over-the-top, like, boss bitch actress lady is, like, the only survivor, and it's a miracle she survives. Yeah, because, like, just completely relentless.
Yeah.
I actually really liked it. Yeah.
It was good bad, in my opinion.
Yeah, like, her acting made up for everyone else's, but at the same time, I feel like everyone else was, like, regular acting, and she was, like, on crack. Like...
That's true. Although I will say that's true. I will say though that the town is policed by the most epic mustache ever.
Yeah, it's true.
Attached to some guy. I don't know who the guy was. I don't remember his name. But the mustache is the real hero of the story, I think, in that regard.
I believe the dude who plays the sheriff or whatever, I'm pretty sure he's like in a lot of stuff. I don't remember exactly what.
This is one of the only ones I didn't do a bit of research on. Yeah. I also want to add that this movie sort of has like an interesting like anti-AI commentary unintentionally that I like. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Clearly that wasn't purposely built in, but it's there. It's there if you're looking for it.
I agree. Yeah, because it's like, okay, so do you remember the beginning of the movie where it's like a commercial, like it's a bunch of like ads, and it's like basically everybody's already a piece of shit and consumerism has taken over, and like nobody wants to have to think for themselves at all. And then it's like, oh, by the way, we decommissioned all these like military robot killing machines and turned them into Santa Clauses. Everybody get one. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. I do like the fact that it's kind of an inversion because it was like for some reason they had this like high-end military tech that they just sold to a toy company instead of the other way around.
Yeah, exactly.
For some reason, like, just give these missiles to the children. It's fine. Nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah. And then the Santa was like, well, all humans are awful. I can't distinguish between them anymore.
Oh, you know what? I put this in my notes. He was totally Santabot from Futurama. That's what he is. It was perfect. When you're talking about like the actress and the main character were like great and all that stuff, but I found like they're caricatures of what a caricature of a normal person would think of an alternative person being. It was so weirdly like
over the top.
I don't know, like over the top in a way that I'm just like, oh, come on, seriously? Was it like did a cop write this movie? What is this?
Yeah. I think a teenage boy wrote the movie trying to be in the perception of an adult. This is what being an adult is like. This is what I would be like if I was an adult.
This is how I would think about people. Yeah, exactly.
And like the weird sexual overtones in everything. But I have to say, like the way the girl was like, "No, he's gonna fucking come and kill us all." Like that's how I would. You know what? I have nightmares all the time where people don't believe me that like terrible things are about to happen. I'm like, "Fucking no, you don't understand." I'm like shaking them and like slapping them in the face. I'm like, we're gonna die, all of us.
Yeah, no, that's fair. You're trying to get the nightmare. The part of the nightmare that's nightmarish is that you can't get. No one will listen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have to say I did actually really like the movie. It was really fun to watch, and it's something that's
Yeah, it
like
was,
very captivating because it's so high energy. And I did also liked that like when she went to the police station, they were very quick to be like, "I think we believe you."
yeah,
Like,
yeah, that
yeah,
was good.
you know what? These all these things that you said they add up, and we believe you. Yeah.
Yeah, another reason it might have been written by a cop. Actually, there
Yeah,
we go. That's
they're
it's starting
like,
to come together.
hang on, we want people
Honestly,
to think that they can trust us.
we know what we're doing. Yeah, if a
Yeah.
robot, we want people to think that if a robot Santa attacks, we to come to us. We got
Yes,
this.
exactly. But
Yeah,
only if it's that scenario.
exactly. I will say honestly, of all the movies we have so far, this one has, and this is like a small thing, but I really like it. This movie has definitely the best poster art of all of them. Was
Yeah,
just like
it
the
does.
evil Santa with the green glowing eyes. Was
Yeah,
yeah, it was amazing. I love the poster art for this
yeah,
movie, and like
it was
that
good.
kind of drew me in a way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was very good. And yeah, the pain reactions were great. I think
Hmm.
you know, I'm saying that she did over the top job. It's because before she was getting attacked, it was like she was
Yeah.
already under attack. Like that's how over the top she was acting before the
Yeah.
attack.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
But it fit the
honestly,
movie.
like
It fit the movie.
she did a fucking great job during all of the attacks. And honestly, everyone else was like, "Oh no, we a Santa robot," and it's like, "No, this is fucking horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
He will
look, I'm
not
making.
stop."
No, I mean, I'm making fun of it, but I liked it. It was good.
Yeah,
But I will not ever stop making fun of it, which is the reason I think it was made. Honestly, is for
yeah.
people to make fun of. So I can't, yeah,
Um,
yeah, that was a good one.
one of them that I didn't watch, and
Mm.
I do feel bad, is Krampus. Did you end up seeing that one?
I did see Krampus,
Yeah,
and
I've
I'm
heard
gonna.
it's
So
excellent.
this one, interestingly, I've been making references to Hereditary and kids getting their heads chopped off and stuff in the last three movies. Fitting. I would like to add, this one does have Tony Collette in it, and no kids get their heads cut off.
Oh
So
shit.
that's progress. Yeah, that's progress in my opinion. Um, no, it was a very, it was a cheesy, but it was a good movie. It was actually a very good movie, like a very compelling kind of watch.
I've heard from a few
It was
people
fun.
that
I liked
it's
it.
one of the best Christmas horrors. Yeah.
Yeah, like there, it's like it's meant to be like a horror comedy, but it's also like an actual like a legitimate horror movie. Um,
Yeah.
the I've talked about this a lot. I love practical effects. Obviously, we
Yeah.
both do. We've talked a million
So there's
times,
lots
and
of good practical
it's such a
effects in
trope now.
it.
The Krampus creature is so good.
Oh, good.
Oh my god, it's so good. Like it's clearly like I don't know how I didn't look up how they did it, but it's clearly like they used puppetry and all kinds of stuff like that.
Oh,
I
excellent.
don't there's clearly some, I'm sure there's some CGI in there, but it's well hidden. Like it's really well done for practical effects. I was super impressed with the way they did that. Like it's clear like they made this movie because they wanted to make a movie, right? They
Yeah.
wanted to actually do the artistic thing, which I really like.
I'm just looking
And
at some images now, and yeah, Toni Collette. I fucking love
good.
her in everything I've
I
seen
know
her in.
he's great.
She's so great. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
and
looking now. Yeah,
David Ketchner's in it too. David Ketchner's amazing in this movie.
excellent. Yeah, he looks a
Yeah.
lot. You know, did you ever watch Wishmaster?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's been a while. I can't remember much
Yeah,
of it, but
the,
yeah,
the images I'm seeing, he reminds me of Wishmaster a little bit.
yeah,
Really good.
I could definitely,
Yeah, like it. That demonic looking
and
face. Yeah.
yeah, and the whole thing. So the movie is the whole thing is all about like the sacrifice. The kid, you got to sacrifice something to
Hmm.
get something and all that stuff. But it's kind of cool because they sort of like, I mean, I don't want to spoil the whole end. I don't know. I mean, you haven't seen it, but
You're not.
um,
I don't mind spoilers at all. So you can tell me
I
what's happening.
know. Yeah, that's fair. Well, so like obviously they had the sort of cliche like the old lady exposition dump person who's like, you know, here's how the legend goes, but they did her really well too.
Excellent.
And the basic theme is the kid has to make the main character is the kid, right?
Yeah.
I forget his name.
Oh.
But he's got to like make a sacrifice to get what he wants, and the whole thing is about like the sacrifice that he kind of makes and then regrets it and then has to like everyone dies and then he goes to Krampus to basically take it back. Like I want to take it back. I'll sacrifice myself to take it
Yeah.
back, but it's kind of too late. And he gets thrown into a pit of lava anyway. And then um,
MJ
it's sort of like
Anthony is the
they
kid.
did like it. Yeah, Yeah, they did like a dream sequence thing where he kind of wakes up, but then it's like the ending was super good because it's like it pans out and then they're like the whole family is now in this little snow globe in Krampus's lair. So like
Oh, cool. Yeah.
they're forever trapped, right? Because of
Yeah.
this one kid sacrifice that he, his grandma was like, yeah, if you write a letter, blah, 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 that whole thing. Yeah, it was really good. It
Fucking
was great.
stupid kids.
And yeah, exactly. And super poignant. By the way, I'm going to point out super poignant opening. The opening is literally just cliche, kind of like shoppers invading malls and trampling each other to get presents.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Great opening, by the way.
Honestly, you don't see
Um,
that kind of shit anymore, and I'm a little disappointed people aren't breaking their arms on Black Friday. They can't afford the medical bills, so that must be it.
well, everyone's ordering online, right? But
Nobody can
oh,
afford
well,
anything anyway.
yeah, no one. Well, there's that. So yeah, there's a couple things. No one can afford anything. People are ordering everything online. Although there have been a lot of like recent in the last 2 or 3 years trampling incidents over like things like that whole like the Stanley Cup thing and all that kind of
Oh
stuff,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it still happens, um, which is which is like it's fun to talk about, but it's also like it's horrible.
Yep.
So it's nice to see it like kind of satirized in a movie. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to watch it. It's honestly because I couldn't seem to find it anywhere.
Yeah, they
Because
did. Honestly, the creature effects are like some like really really good. I was super impressed with it.
so I'm excited to watch Krampus. I mean the actor, like, it has Adam Scott in it too, and then it has Allison Tolman, who I fucking she's so great. She's so
Who is she?
fucking
What
funny.
is she? What else? Who else
She
is
was in
she?
the
What else is she?
first season of Fargo. She played the lady cop.
Oh, okay, yeah. All
The
right.
the show, not the movie.
I know what you mean.
Okay, yeah.
I assumed that from the phrase season.
Oh,
Um,
sorry. She's great.
yeah,
I
I
think she's
gotta.
great in everything I've seen her in. I can't remember anything else. All right, yeah.
Fair. Yeah, the movie. It does. So this movie, I will say, like, because again, I want to harp on about it a bit. Creature effects are great. It's got really good like cinematography. Everything is kind of like really well put together. Just really well done. You know what I mean?
I'm excited to check it out then.
Yeah.
Nice. Um,
Yeah.
oh, did I? I
Yeah.
think I probably did mention that there's a remake of Silent Night, Deadly Night that's in theaters right now. So
Yeah, you did mention that first, but yeah, first episode.
yeah, it's only out till I don't remember when, but it'll probably be out. It'll probably be gone from the theaters by the time I have any time or energy to go check it out. But a friend of mine
Yeah,
messaged
that's
me
fair.
and told me that it's great. So yeah. All right. So an interesting thing about Treevenge is a friend of mine is in it, and the director and writer is from Nova Scotia, and he is going to be. I don't know if he'll be here for it, but they're doing a screening of it on Saturday, this coming Saturday, the 20th, at the Propeller
Oh,
Arcade.
sweet.
Yeah, so they're gonna be doing that. It's a short film, right? But my friend
Yeah.
Glenn is in it, and I think I don't think he's the only person I know that's in that movie actually. So lots of local talent, and it's pretty fun. It's pretty funny. Like,
Very fun. It's very fun.
and honestly, it's in my opinion, it's maybe Jason Eisner is the director. Um, he might
Yeah.
have been just thinking like this is hilarious, an idea of like trees getting revenge because we all cut them down around
Oh,
this
it's
time of
great.
year. Um,
Well, that's you know what I do. I have to say the opening is one of my favorite.
yeah,
It's amazing. Perfect, amazing.
yeah,
First of all, the song, like the opening, is
yeah,
the music is amazing. I love how they kind of made it because most horror movies open with like a sense of like, okay, we gotta like ease into like get the audience kind of like, okay, everything's cool, and then hit them with horror.
yeah,
They, no, they start off with this super epic like Ride of the Rohirrim, we're gonna kill all the trees scene.
yeah. A bunch
But
of
these guys are
belligerent
rushing.
asshole logging
Yeah, yeah,
guys.
yeah. It was amazing. Yeah, 100%.
It was so good.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, like you're immediately laughing because like the dialogue and
Yeah.
everything is so funny. And then like unfortunately the what I watched it with my brother and it was super low res. Another thing I really liked about that movie was kind of the idea that like you know how I am and I like to make my own interpretations of like how deep things really go, or what
Mm.
other meanings could be put on them. I mean, we're artists. I did a lot of that stupid compare contrast
Mm.
bullshit in art
Yeah.
school. And you're
Yeah.
really finding meaning in something that maybe the artist didn't intend is kind of the point of art, you know? And
Yeah.
one thing I thought about a lot was like, yes, it does take place around Christmas because that's typically when people are parading these tree corpses in their homes. But the logging
Yeah.
industry alone has, decimated forests, sometimes for no fucking reason.
They definitely took the imagery of like logging company kind of horrific, that kind of thing,
Yeah,
and transferred it to small scale, just dudes with axes, which was very funny.
yeah,
I found that I love that they made the murder of trees as horrific as they did. They did a
yeah,
really good job of that.
yeah,
Like you felt like it was like, oh God, this is horrific. This is
yeah.
like
The
indulgent, you
Yeah,
know.
exactly. Man, people are horrible.
I also really love the tree racists, like
Yeah.
the guys who are just like, you're just a filthy tree. You're nothing. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh God.
It's so good. Like it's so funny. There's a scene where a
Yeah.
dude's trying to like bang his girlfriend and he's just trying to get laid, but the
Yeah.
tree keeps like getting like bothering him and he's like, I just want to get fucking laid.
Bothering you.
That's my friend Glenn.
That's great.
It's
Oh
so
my
good.
God, that's perfect. God.
Comparisons I have are like the pagan how pagan tradition, which
Mm.
was the original decoration of the tree around the winter solstice. They would go and
Yeah.
find a tree to decorate. They wouldn't fucking cut it down and put it in their homes. They would all like surround a tree that was
Yeah.
already
Yeah.
growing and still part of the earth and stuff. And then the Christians were like,
Yeah.
well, fuck all this. Let's kill the tree and then parade its corpse
Yeah.
around in our home and let it live a horrible, miserable death outside of its own comfortable environment, away from its loved ones. Because as we know, trees have like a root system network where they're all interconnected and talk to each other and stuff. Not to get too crazy.
It's the difference between trying to live in harmony with nature and trying to dominate it.
Yeah, and then it
Um,
reminded me of Fern Gully a little bit too because of all the horrific
yeah,
tree murder.
it was definitely
Yeah. The film is great. It's sad that it sucks that it's only a
yeah.
short
Well,
film, but
I know. Well, I mean, hey, maybe they can make a feature length version of
maybe
that.
maybe he
It's so
will
good.
one day.
Although I'm thinking of like it's like imagine like watching that movie. I was like, imagine if what we were watching was happening to like Wales. This would be an actual
Yeah,
like. It
these
was kind
stupid
of silly
fish.
because it was trees, but it was good.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
I think that
Yeah,
it's pretty classic Christmas film, especially if you live in Nova Scotia.
100%. And like the murders were fun. Like the
Yeah,
murders were like the tree like
yeah,
just kind of like killing like squeezing that lady to death while she's just standing there like
yep,
like look, and then like well there's obviously the sex scene with the very
yeah,
shades of Evil Dead, by the way,
yeah.
with that tree
I'm
thing.
sure that
Yeah,
was
great.
inspired by it.
I mean, if it wasn't, something seriously wrong.
Yeah,
um and then obviously the end with the tree, like the trees just carrying off children into the sunset.
yeah.
Beautiful. Very reverse Tolkien.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did like it. It's been a little while since I watched it. Um and it's hard to find like a good res version. Sorry, I'm just putting my husband on the floor. Skittles.
That's
my,
fair.
my lizard husband. Um yeah, he's getting too excited
Yeah.
with us talking about these amazing movies. A good one to move on to is probably Gremlins.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
bits of that movie are so ingrained in culture that it's gonna, pop up and have done in everything I've watched that come, at least that I know of, come from Gremlins. Like the weird, like everyone knows the weird myth of the weird little esoteric like shop that appears and
Oh yeah, yeah,
disappears, and
yeah, yeah.
like you go there, you go back to dawn, that kind of thing. Yeah,
In the fucking back streets of wherever the
that
fuck
kind
New York was it? I can't remember.
yeah. I think it was
And like
it
it's
was a
so
big place.
dingy and dark and dreary and horrible. And the dude's dad is just like, I'm just trying to find a birthday gift or a Christmas gift for my son. It has to be the perfect gift. It has to be the perfect gift. And then he finds this fucking alien creature thing with all these rules. He's like, yeah, whatever, who
The
cares?
weirdest thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, whatever, it's fine.
I have an
Yeah.
eccentric son, I guess. I don't know. Like,
Yeah. Oh
he's a
God.
teenage boy. Nothing's good enough for him anymore. Like,
Let's get him this weird thing for no reason. It
get him a
doesn't
nudie
have
mag, jeez.
any cultural thing.
Like,
Yeah.
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 I mean, don't get me wrong,
Oh
Gizmo was
God.
adorable, but I feel like he was still disappointed with the gift in the beginning. He was still like, "What the fuck is this, Dad? Like, what? Okay, right?" And then he grew
Yeah.
on him. He liked him. You know, Gizmo was pretty easygoing and stuff. And I can't.
Yeah.
Everything that happened to Gizmo was an accident. I remember that. Like he didn't intend
Yeah.
to, because
No.
he accidentally poured
But
water on him, or somebody
yeah. Well, I was
knocked
gonna say,
something
but to
over.
be fair, all of the accidents they were warned ahead of time.
It's true. I actually think it was a little brother that messed it up, and he accidentally got water on Gizmo. Again, it's
Yeah.
been a couple years, but
That's
like I'd
true.
say like 2 years ago I saw it, and the girlfriend. Oh my god! Like I found her character really frustrating. I don't want to use the word annoying because it wasn't that she was annoying. She was just really frustrating
Oh.
because like dude was just trying to like do things the right way. And everyone was like, "But he's so cute. We should know they're all cute. Let's help,
Yeah.
whatever." And then eventually it was like wreaking havoc, and I don't recall anybody dying, but people were certainly horrified, and the gremlins certainly were murdered.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. I mean, the movie it was peak '80s. What do you want, right? 1984,
yeah,
wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was like '84 when it came out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. No, it was definitely like a Christmassy horror movie without being a, you know,
yeah,
horror movie. It was like it was kind of like it straddles the line between like horror movie and just weird science fiction,
yeah, very
you
true.
know?
Or like mythological creature type thing, because it seemed like they were trying to be like, oh, this
Yeah.
creature's in a, you've heard stories about them and stuff. It's like, I don't think so. And obviously, Gizmo became very iconic because he was so cute, and then Spike became very iconic because he was the devious of the brothers, the most devious of the
The
brothers.
Jekyll and Hyde. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, he was like the complete polar opposite of Gizmo because
He was the Hyde to the Jekyll. Yeah.
yeah, because Gizmo was curious and stuff, but he was very like nervous and like skittish, and he just wanted to hang out with his buddy, and the
Yeah.
rest were just like little shitheads.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like is that
Yeah.
how it is?
Ve-
Like, did they just become? It's like if they multiply, are they all just the rest of them are just a bunch of assholes? Like,
it was weird. It was kind of like a Jekyll and Hyde story, but very like it's got that kind of trickster character trope
yeah,
that
here's
you
all
get in the
Gizmo's
'80s.
most toxic
With like, with like
behaviors.
yeah, well, with like that was a big movie trope back in the '80s and '90s. Like the trickstery character,
Yeah,
because Chucky obviously was a horror, but with tricks. The whole thing about Chucky was that like he was like this sort of like edgy trickster kind of like evil like Loki kind of character almost. You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like,
But he
and that
was possessing the
character trope.
spirit of like this friendly best friend
Yeah,
doll.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that was a big thing that like the trickster, the sort of like trickster becoming evil was a big trope, and I found you find that a lot in like '80s and '90s movies.
Hmm. The good guy, the guy that's like, I'm a doctor or something, and I only
Yeah,
represent good things, and secretly he's like the most corrupt person in the whole town, and trying to
yeah,
take
yeah,
take down this single dad who's just trying to get a toy for his kid. Yeah.
exactly.
This grieving widower. Yeah, it's like I need to exploit him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Gremlins was pretty fun, and honestly, the animatronics, well, was there animatronics? There was puppets for sure. They
Those
did a
puppets. I don't
great
know. I'm
job.
sure there. I'm sure they must have used some animatronic because there were like like the puppets were pretty expressive. I'm sure they had some
Yeah.
animatronic elements going on there.
Actually, this kind of reminds me. I never really thought about it, but one of the Critters movies is 100% an Easter film. If you haven't seen the Critters movies, they're fucking great.
I think I've seen some of them. I can't remember. It's been a while.
Hmm.
Uh,
They were my
but
favorite growing up. I loved the Critters. I actually nobody come after me for this, but I actually adore Critters more than I adore Gremlins. Don't get me wrong, Gremlins are classic and everything, and the puppetry is incredible. The craftsmanship is like almost unmatched, to be honest, because the creativity of the puppets,
Mm.
the original designs, and then of course nobody can. The closest
Mm.
anybody's come to copying the Gizmo cuteness is probably Furby, which is like also pretty creepy. And then those like poppet things. I don't know if you remember those things. They were like little like munchkin type creatures, and you could pop them into like a little fuzzy sack thing, and they were like a ball with like a face.
Kind of ringing a bell. I don't remember
They were
what you're
popular for a
talking
little
about,
bit,
but yeah.
but I can't remember what they were called or anything. I'm sure someone will tell me. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Gremlins, pretty solid movie. I think the second one was more Halloween related, or maybe not Halloween, but it had the Dracula guy in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was like, I mean, they did tend to theme these for various holidays. The other one that we
Good
kind of
cash
mentioned
grab.
was like, I remember when we were doing the well, we were doing the prep for this episode. We were like, is the thing a Christmas movie? Like, is it a
Mm-hmm.
Christmas movie? And no, it's not technically a Christmas movie. Although, even though we were kind of like, but it happens in like a Christmassy setting almost, even though
Yeah,
there's no
very
Christmas involved.
lots of snow and like
Yeah.
oh my god,
Yeah.
what's the movie that I'm thinking of? Look Who's Talking or something. John Travolta and Kirstie Alley, and they get stuck in. I don't think it's Look Who's Talking, but maybe they get stuck in a snowstorm. They're in a car and they're stuck
Oh
in a
yeah.
snowstorm, and it's Christmas time, and it's like her ex-husband. They're stuck together, and then they fall back in love or some bullshit. Um, I remember that being like such a pivotal movie for me to remember for Christmas related stuff.
Yeah.
So like whenever I see a movie with heavy snowstorm
Yeah.
stuff happening, I always think it's like Christmassy.
It feels like it.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was like. It was for me. It was, and by the way, yeah, it is Look Who's Talking. Um,
Okay.
I just looked it up.
Cool.
Yeah, I think it was for me when I brought that up. It was like because I was like I had this image in my mind like surely there was like Christmassy stuff going on in the thing, but no, there wasn't.
Yeah.
I was just like putting in things from other movies. But yeah, like that setting just always means winter and Christmas to me. I guess maybe it was just the fact that they felt like an arguing family the whole time.
I was just gonna say that, yeah, it was like a bunch of buddies like getting
Yeah,
together, bickering, whatever. Like, dude didn't the one guy didn't want to. He's like, they're my dogs, like fucking go take care of them, then
yeah.
motherfucker. Like,
And then they all end up dead. So
yeah. Well, I
technically,
mean,
whatever.
except for at
Yeah.
least there's Keith David and Kurt Russell, but let's see.
Debatable. That ending's still
Uh,
debatable.
yeah, they could have both been the thing. Who knows?
I
They're
tend to lean towards McCready.
I did see a meme because is it Bad Santa? No, not Bad Santa. That's Billy Bob. But there's a movie
Oh
about
yeah.
the Santa Chronicles that has Kurt Russell in it,
Oh,
and people joke that the Thing is his origination story, and that he's actually the Thing as Santa. Santa has become the Thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
That might actually. You know what? It's funny. That might have been the thing that like popped into my brain and made
maybe.
me think of it
Mhm.
too. Now that I think of
I
it,
was
yeah.
talking to a friend of mine about how I think the Thing is a Christmas movie, and then recently they said that Frankenhooker is a Christmas themed movie. You know what? I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I don't think he listens to the podcast, but if he does, then I'm sure he'll appreciate me mentioning this. I had just watched it the other day. Also, have you seen Frankenhooker?
Yes, I have.
You
Well,
have.
it was a while ago, but yes, I have.
Okay, well, I
Don't
watched it for
remember
the
that much.
first time a couple days ago, and oh my god, it's so good. I really like it. He said Frankenhooker is about the birth of a messianic figure in times of crisis and the spiritual reawakening she brings to a corrupted populace.
That's. I mean, I guess. Yeah, I guess you can read that into it. I suppose.
Yeah, oh
A
my
lot,
god.
but
My take on
yeah.
it was far different. I thought it was a lot about
Yes.
body autonomy and like the right to choose what's done with your own body parts and stuff, but
Yeah, I feel like that's probably most accurate. But yeah, I mean, I suppose part of what you get out of art is what you bring to it.
yeah,
So
maybe.
like, yeah, I mean, I guess what you get out of it is what you put in. I guess, Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Anyway, it's very, yeah, pretty good. People get what they get, people get what they deserve. But yeah, the thing, honorable mention movie, I guess, because like it's a Christmas movie to me because I love watching it around Christmas, because it's so snowy
Yeah,
and I love
yeah.
snow. But it makes sense because where they are, there's always snow, so it only makes
It's
sense.
always Christmas in Los
And if
Angeles.
you've seen the second one, well, not the second one, but the prequel, it's also, in my opinion, even though it's CGI, I think they do an excellent job. Some of it's a little messy, but I actually think it's great. Like the
I
thing,
like the prequel. I did. I'm super into the practical effects version, but
I
yeah, I
know.
did see the prequel. Yeah.
Well, they did a practical effects copy of that movie. I think they're gonna release it in like 20 years or something. Honestly, why wouldn't they?
Interesting.
Because they
Yeah.
did the one with just practical effects, and then the producers or the director, I can't remember, they were like, okay, you know what? We need to do CGI because this is what's in now. And so they did the CGI version. So they have both versions. Uh, I wonder, like, there's no way they're not going to release it at some point as like a
Mm,
special feature. But I gave the thing 5 out of 5. The
mm,
prequel, I'd give 4.5 out of 5 for
mm.
sure.
Yeah, I love the film.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fair. I did. It was good. I liked it. I'm not.
Mhm.
I have
Oh,
no
you can like stuff
complaints. I
differently than
do
I
prefer.
do. That's okay. I won't kill you this time. I know you only have 15 lives
I mean, it's
left,
all right
but
if your opinion. It's fair. Yes, it's all right, Brandy. If you have the incorrect opinion, it's fine. Do whatever. No
yeah.
problem. Um,
So yeah, the thing, it's at least a winter wonderland movie in my opinion.
yeah,
A good
yeah,
bromance hallmark.
exactly. I'm with
Yeah.
it. The good, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Speaking of the opposite of bromance, do we want to get into Black Christmas?
Yes, yeah. I really liked that movie. I watched it for the
Me
first
too.
time ever in preparation for this podcast, and I went in with like medium expectations. Like I'd heard good things. My mom raved about it for my whole life. She was like,
Yeah.
what's a good Christmas movie? Black Christmas. Like she never said horror. She just said a
No.
good Christmas movie.
Well, she knew it was you. She knew.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah, my mother's the reason I love horror so much. I mean, I don't remember when I
Yeah.
first started watching horror movies because she didn't care how old I was. She was going to watch
No.
them and whether I was in the room or not. So, but they were,
There's a lot of there's so much cool trivia about this movie too. Tons and tons of it. So this one might actually legitimately be the first like mainstream Christmas horror movie that kicked off this whole trend.
yeah,
And obviously they set it up as sort of like, that theme of like the 1980s like or 1970s like sorority slasher kind of trope.
it was very
Very
Suspiria-y.
interesting.
Uh,
Yeah. No, yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
mhm. Which had its own unique feel to
100%.
it. And then it was like Black Christmas was almost like an homage to that. Not only that, it's a Canadian film, Black Christmas.
I didn't not realize it was Canadian. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
well, I mean, they talk about abortion, and she can go get an abortion, and that's not really in question. The question
True.
is whether or not the boyfriend will be cool with her decision, which he obviously isn't. So, like, the
Yeah.
fact that she
A
can
lot of
easily
body.
go get an abortion at all means that it's definitely not an American movie.
Oh, that's true. And that sort of like the sort of camera POV thing with where you're like behind the eyes of the creepy guy who's like taking people and like killing them and doing stuff. I don't want to say it was pioneered in this movie, but it was around this time that became a big thing, right? And they did the entire movie like they did such a good job of hiding
Yeah.
the the monster.
Yeah, at the end, like, it wasn't the boyfriend. Yeah, so.
Yeah, they did a good job of setting that up too. It was so he was set up as like the most obvious red herring. Like
Mhm.
anyone watching that movie today would be like, "Oh, it's obviously not him." But this movie was made in a time when we weren't used to all these like red herrings in movies. So legitimately, that was a good setup. You know what I mean?
Like he was a
Um,
tortured artist and he was unstable and he was possessive and controlling and he was like obsessed with his girlfriend and all of those things do lead to the idea that like he's capable of violent behavior towards women
yeah,
and he's unpredictable, right? And he has access to the house
yeah,
and he knows the phone number.
mhm,
Another big thing was she she made the connection that he was in the room when they got one of the phone calls, so it couldn't have been him. But she still threw
Yeah.
that idea out the window when he was looking for her while she was trying to hide from the killer. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
In the cellar scene, you mean? Like in the
yeah,
basement?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, it also she was at that point she was so terrified anyone could have come up and she would have, you know what I mean? Like I
yeah.
feel like there was a lot of that too. Like she was so terrorized that like
And
it didn't matter who walked into that room, they were gonna die,
it also didn't
right?
show her kill him necessarily. It showed her.
No, that's true.
So it's very possible that she passed out and the
Mm,
killer killed him, right? She may not have. It works in her favor to think that she killed him in self defense because, otherwise she'd be
yeah.
going away for manslaughter or something.
Fuck,
The one
so bad.
guy, so
And look,
fucking bad at his job.
yeah, I mean, the whole ending of the movie is that like they leave her alone in a house still filled with corpses after stating like, "Nah, we're not gonna bother checking the attic."
Yeah, don't take her to the
What?
hospital or anything after she's been injured.
No. Can we at least check the attic? No, I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah.
Let's leave the corpses in the house. It's fine, whatever. Yeah, yeah.
It's terrible.
I am glad the boyfriend died though. He was a creep.
Yeah, it's true.
But
But yeah, like they didn't turn the house into a crime scene, which like typically that's the first thing that happens when there's a murder.
there was blood everywhere. Like one of the closing shots was that bed
Yeah,
covered in blood in like the next room. That they're like, well, we'll just leave this victim of this murderer in this house here.
yeah.
Whatever, it's fine.
Everything's all good.
Or
Yeah,
wait,
whatevs.
yeah, exactly.
She seems
Oh,
comfy, so let's just leave
yeah,
it.
exactly. You know, don't need to like disturb her. Whatever.
Yeah, like
Oh,
the problems were very noticeable when it's like, wait, well, hold on. I know it's the 70s, but it's
yeah.
not the fucking 1800s. Like,
Something, yeah,
what is
exactly.
happening?
Right, that's not the 1850s. Can we
Yeah.
also talk about? I want to talk for a second about that lady that hides booze everywhere
I
in the
know.
house.
Yeah,
That
always
was
drunk.
amazing. If you ever want a good, if by the way, audience, if you ever want some tips on where to hide booze in your house, this movie you should watch it.
Yeah,
Um,
honestly, very
great.
creative. Obviously, the
Okay.
girls don't give a shit, so I don't know why she's
Oh,
hiding
she's
it.
hiding it. Yeah, like it was just. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
They
Oh
weren't
man.
they giving her like really cool gifts in the beginning? They were all really excited. They fucking loved her, man. They loved her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was like the matron mother person of the house.
yeah. Actually, adjacently, I watched Night of the Creeps recently, and it has a lot of
Yeah.
vibes similar to that, like the house mother and etc. And like a little more
Yeah.
serious in terms of like how the girls uh, deal with each other, but the
Yeah.
sorority type deal and everything.
Yeah, and the hidden killer, like the not knowing. That was one thing that was really good. That like this sort of era of like having to explain your killers, kind of. And I've talked about this in other ones. Sometimes it's fine, but sometimes like takes away if you're watching the original movie again.
Yeah.
A lot of movies of the era took like the whole thing. The most horrible thing was that you saw the killer, but you didn't know anything about him. Like, why is he this monstrous giant dude that can just kill everyone? No one knows. He just is,
Yeah.
right?
Actually, that brings me back to Christmas Bloody Christmas. So like
Mm.
Santa is iconically just killing every human he sees, right?
Yeah,
Relentlessly. Like he's
relentless.
so relentless. He reminds me so much of
Yeah.
the Terminator, just like constantly after people.
Mm.
But also like the first people he kills are having sex, and the second set of people that he tries to kill
Yeah.
are trying to have sex.
That's that whole like the the classic like the rules of horror movies that you must never break. It's
Yeah.
don't do drugs, don't have sex. What is it? I think what are the other? There's four or five of them, and I think the first two are don't do drugs and don't have sex.
Yeah, and
In
don't
every
use a
movie,
flashlight in
especially
your basement that has no lights in it.
exactly. One thing that I came across when I was like after I watched the movie, I was doing like a bit of research about it. One of the things that I came across was the idea that the character, like the murderer in this movie, what went on to become Michael Myers from Halloween. The guy who directed this, Bob, hang on, I gotta look up his name. Hang on a second. Uh, the guy who directed this movie, yeah. First of all, do you know the movie A Christmas Story? You must.
Yeah.
Yeah. So same director, by the way, which is amazing
I
because he
didn't
directed
know
this and
that.
then like the most iconic Christmas movie ever made. But so he was friends with John Carpenter, right? He knew John Carpenter. They'd talked about stuff before, and apparently he and John Carpenter had a conversation about what he kind of wanted to do with this character who was the killer in this movie. Um, And then he went on to describe the plot of Halloween to John Carpenter before Halloween was made. It was like 4 years before Halloween was made.
Oh shit! So John
So
Carpenter like stole his
technically,
idea.
so this, well, he didn't steal it. Like they were friends. I think they talked about it. So this character, the idea that he had was this character would go on to get caught and put in an institution and then escape on Halloween and start killing. Same way. So technically, before any sequels were made to Halloween, this character was Michael Myers from Halloween.
Well, I do want to mention
Which is
something
like one of my favorite things.
about Halloween, which we should do a whole episode on just the Halloween movies at some point, because I have a lot of opinions on Michael Myers. A lot of people are like, "Oh, he only kills people that are having premarital sex." No, he fucking kills everybody that's in front of him.
He's a deranged killer. Yeah,
He's a deranged killer. He kills everybody. And like honestly, I only really remember the first murder he does being like his babysitter banging her boyfriend. And then after that, like, sure, people might be doing what it's Halloween. People are sneaking off because they're unsupervised and whatever, and it's Halloween. Everybody's everywhere. So naturally, that's going to be happening, I suppose. But he just fucking kills people. He kills everybody. And
he's not stopping to be like, are you guys married yet?
Yeah. But like, for instance, Jason is very much like, that's his thing. Like, he kills people because he originally almost died. Well, in theory, he died and came back to life. But like, that's the whole reason he drowned, was because the counselors were too busy banging to give a shit about this kid.
Yeah, that was baked in. Yeah. To his story.
That's all. I just wanted to mention that because I know we were talking about how that's one of the rules for horror movies.
Yeah.
Don't have sex. Don't do drugs.
Yeah.
I guess that's it. But yeah, of all of the movies we just talked about, obviously The Thing is my favorite, but as we discussed, it's not really a Christmas movie. It's just that I'm so distracted by Kurt Russell's fabulous hair that it's hard to tell what the theme of that movie is anyway, other than beautiful hair.
There's a lot. There's a lot in that movie. Although, I mean, The Thing is like on this list. Yes, The Thing is my favorite of everything we've talked about so far tonight. But as far as just the actual Christmas movies go that we've discussed, Krampus is my favorite.
Okay.
Amazing practical effects, amazing. Like, honestly, if I were to give a suggestion for a Christmas movie for people to watch, like a Christmas horror movie, Krampus. Watch Krampus, 2015. Great movie. Yeah.
And to be fair, I have not seen Krampus yet, so maybe my decision could change or be swayed. But Black Christmas, for me, 100%, definitely my favorite horror Christmas movie. It's done so well. I will have to say it doesn't have a heavy Christmas theme in it, to be honest. Like, it's definitely more focused on these girls being terrorized. Yeah. Also, I have to talk about that lady, the one chick who is just so over the top. Like, she just needs everyone's attention. And she talks about being a slut, but then she's not really one. And then she's talking about the turtles having sex for like 4 days or something. She's like, I know, because I was there and I hung out and watched them. It's like, girlfriend, you need therapy.
Therapy, yeah. Yeah. Oh, God.
Although therapy was kind of like a theory back then, I guess, more so than a full-on respected,
it was the 70s.
Reliable practice, but
yeah, it was the 70s. It was starting to. It was, more of a.
Yeah,
it was still a taboo subject.
It was still taboo, and honestly, at the time in the 70s, I feel like a lot of the idea of a therapist was like, your therapist was just brainwashing you so that he could sleep with you. Like, that seems to be more of the theories for therapists back then.
How people felt about it, you mean? Yeah.
Well, not just that, but like, if you see it in movies or TV shows or whatever, a lot of the times the therapist is like, either it's a psychiatric hospital therapist, and that's different, but even still, half of them are fucking perverts. Or it's like a really narcissistic man who's like, your husband could never satisfy you the way that perhaps an intelligent, well-educated man who has a good salary and PhD.
Yeah, you're right. Portrayals of therapy at the time were not great. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously an advocate for therapy now because it
Oh,
saves
100%.
saves
Yeah.
lives now. But
Absolutely agreed.
yeah, in the 70s, I suppose therapy was like, find a hobby, drink some alcohol.
Yeah. But again, it was thought to be like socially taboo that if you
It
needed
was.
a therapist, you were crazy and should be locked up, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That was a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
A
you're
long
at a
time.
point where you need a therapist, then nobody can help you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah. No. Yeah. So yeah, watch Krampus.
Mhm.
Yeah. Black Christmas. Again, I also only watched it as preparation for this
Yeah.
episode. Um. I was very pleasantly surprised. And just seeing a lot of the classic tropes. But yeah, if you watch it next time, now watch it again with the knowledge that you might be watching Michael Myers.
Yeah.
See how that
Yeah.
takes control.
This is his
Yeah,
real origination story. Actually,
exactly.
on that note, I looked up the weepy voiced killer.
Yes, I've
So
heard of that guy. Yeah.
I thought that maybe the movie was inspired by him, but it's not because he
Yeah,
made his first call in 1980 and that movie was made in 1974.
74. Yeah.
So I'm thinking that he was inspired. Apparently, he made the calls because he actually felt bad and wanted help, but didn't actually want to get caught and deal with the repercussions. He just was like, I
Yeah.
killed somebody. Meh. But like,
Yeah.
it was so similar that it's almost as if he was inspired to make these weird, obscure phone calls because of that film.
Maybe. Yeah, that's possible. Who knows what things inspire these horrible acts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, unfortunately, the Black Christmas was not the first or the last time that perverts had been known to call people incessantly and be weird on the phone. So
Oh, that was a big thing. Yeah, that was a big deal.
it still is. Like people still do it all the
Although
time.
it's still a big deal. Well, now it's mostly dick pics because every
Yeah,
phone has
that
a camera.
too.
But that's actually a point that I made in my notes too that I didn't bring up, which was about the phone calls. I wonder how if this was the call is coming from inside the house
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
'Cause that's a huge trope, right?
Yeah.
I didn't look it up. Audience, you can look it up later. I don't really give a shit. But yeah, I'm wondering if this kind of kicked that off too.
Yeah, I was thinking the
As
same
a,
thing because it is like a very iconic moment. And yeah, the
Mm,
fucking I have to because it's so ridiculous. The
yeah,
police. There's the one guy.
yeah,
The one
I
guy
know.
that's like, okay, this is a serious thing. We should probably look into it and figure out what's going on.
Yeah,
But the rest of the cops are like fucking girls, man. Bunch of
yeah,
stupid bitches. Like, who cares? It's
yeah,
like, oh my god, what the hell?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Isn't it one of her other boyfriends? Like, fuck off.
Although, you know what though, not entirely unrealistic portrayal of
I
how
know.
police dealt with this kind of stuff.
That's probably part
And
of why it was written
still
in. Yeah.
to this day, yeah.
There's just the one guy that's like, you know what? Maybe we should like look at how
You
upset
should
she
look into
is.
this.
Like,
Yeah,
let's
exactly.
take her
Yeah,
seriously just for shits and giggles. Like,
yeah, no, 100%.
all right. Well, those are all great movies. I do kind of regret not rewatching Silent Night, Deadly Night, but I'm probably gonna rewatch it soon over Christmas. I'm going to
Yeah,
my brother's anyway, so he'll probably put it on.
oh, no.
And
Yeah,
I really want to check out the remake. So
yeah, please do. I kind of want to see that too, actually.
yeah. So one thing that I'm doing on Saturday, on December 20th, even though we are releasing this on the same day, is I am hosting with HFX Horror a spooky, scary short story reading called A Nightmare Before Xmas. So if you follow me on Instagram, it's HFX Horror, or Facebook, same name. You will see lots of ads for that, and I will be posting about how it went. I'll be posting pictures, and ideally, we'll have some videos of people reading as well. We're going to have a guest author named Corinne Lewandowski, as well as some other guest readers who will be announced as they arrive. So, yeah, stay tuned.
And yeah, catch me, Bear Iron Eye, on YouTube if you like gaming content and lore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, whatever the fuck.
Have a have a horrible holiday.
That's right.
Yeah.
Horrible holidays to all. And we will see you guys in the new year.
See everyone
Okay.
soon.
Bye. Stay
Bye.
horrible.